Talk to me a little bit about how it feels when those first bookings start coming in, those first reviews start coming in, and people are saying how great the property is. And tell me how, like, that relief a little bit, like there's just a little sigh of relief, like, okay, this is actually going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first time we had guests there before we redid it, and then after we redid it again, it was like kind of a terrifying, like, oh my gosh, this is happening. We're in it. They're here. The first time we got a notification that like someone couldn't find something or there was any little issue. And, I'm like, is our manager on it? Should we do it? Yeah. Like someone couldn't find the wine opener that was right in the drawer. And I was, up all night dreaming about wine openers and that like, this was going to tank us. He found it. It was fine. And then when you get the 5-star review and just hearing people talk about how much they enjoyed the house, especially if they're talking about time with their family or,
right,
just having the same kind of memories that we value so much that we had with our kids, that to me is when, along with all the financial components, that this becomes really worth all the stress and the time and the, all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think too, kind of tying it back to what we were just talking about too, with like kind of investing in some of those things. One of the things that we debated on, but felt would differentiate us is putting a hot tub in the backyard, right? So most people aren't going to think Florida, I need a hot tub. We decided to go forward with it. Now, even the realtor we used, it was kind of ho hum on the idea of it, and kind of said, hey, like he doesn't see it as a driver. However, like, obviously, we're very new into the process here, but, a lot of the commentary that we've gotten from our early guests are like, hey, we've enjoyed the hot tub. It's nice to be able to do that. And so, it's probably already paid for itself in terms of a couple extra bookings in shoulder season and things like that. And we expect it to be able to do the same thing, after the summer months and just being able to invest in something that, kind of, makes us a little bit different, or maybe adds that one more thing that people can do when they're at the place. I think was something that, I'm really happy we kind of pushed ourselves to make those decisions and pull the trigger on them.
Yeah, I love it. I love you brought up the hot tub down in the beach markets. I'm always shocked at how often realtors, management partners discourage hot tubs down in those markets. And we see a massive advantage to having those especially during the shoulder seasons. And, that people still like to go to the beach, but they want to sit in something warm. It's still cold enough. You're not swimming. You're not going on the beach and swimming and stuff during those shoulder seasons, the wintertime. But when somebody can go down there and still enjoy the hot tub and stuff, we hear, and same thing. We hear, all the time how those properties down there, how much the guests enjoy and look for those hot tubs, especially during those times of years. And I think that I think it's a great move. And so it's funny too when we talk about these launches. And you guys, you're kind of lighting up, Angie, when you're hearing about the reviews and seeing what people say. It's like I swear we're all the same. I have yet to find anybody that's like, I was so much happier when I saw that money hit my bank account than waiting for that 5-star review and seeing what somebody said about our property. Like, we look for that way more. Like, we anticipate that more than the money hitting our bank account, I swear, every time.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's at least 10 or 20 to 1 of like commentary and review, looking at those versus like the actual revenue coming in right now. So it's pretty funny for sure.
Especially in the beginning. It's, reading those reviews in the beginning. And if you have an issue or they can't find something, you're like, what do you mean you can't find the wine opener? It's right there. You're like, we get those too. And you're just like, I feel like Teresa and I will, we don't manage our own properties, but we see them sometimes and we're like, oh, it's so funny that, like Teresa's always just like, I'm just going to like call them up and tell them like how to fix this. And I'm like, you don't manage it. Let the manager handle it.
Sounds like a familiar conversation we just had. Yep.
I'm having to do the same of like, I'm always like, I can call them. I'm seeing this. I can handle it. And then
just let them do it. Right. And then, it's, but it is fun. It is, and I think we like those reviews, especially because we do put so much time and effort and money and care into these properties that we care if somebody likes it and has a good time. And that's what makes a good host as well. And I think that it's always fun to have these conversations and be able to hear that, because it's so important. And it's so fun when you know, all that hard work kind of gets validated by somebody saying, man, this is really nice. You know, thanks for putting this together for us in their own way. And just like you said, just waiting for that feedback and that review to come in is I don't know how to put a price tag on that. It gives that, like, right after that real stressful time when all the money's going out, I can know that, you know, ultimately this is an investment, and over time it starts to, you know, be a very positive investment. But in the very beginning, sometimes we care a lot more about what people say about it than that money that's hitting the bank. It seems like in the first part of it.